From Storytime with Texas Red, this story is called Sunrise and the BIA. It was May of 1976, and I was working as the resident musician and horse wrangler at Sunrise Ski Resort in the White Mountains of northeastern Arizona. It was incredible in the mountains, and I was looking forward to the next ski season. Today, I can't help but reflect on the outrageous path my life took after graduating from the University of Texas in 1968 with a bachelor's degree in business administration. In only 8 years, I got married, divorced, I moved from San Antonio to Los Angeles to Louisville, and Louisville to Phoenix. I worked in film, freelance photography, retail furniture and sporting goods merchandise sales, blues bands, and I wound up at Sunrise. Sunrise Ski Resort is owned and operated by the White Mountain Apache tribe and is located on the 1.6 million acre Fort Apache Reservation in northeastern Arizona. It's a breathtaking setting with snow-capped mountains, ponderosa pines, Douglas firs, and Quaky aspens. One cool, cloudless, sun-drenched afternoon while standing outside the Sunrise Hotel, among the shimmering aspens, a gray Ford Crown Victoria with U.S. government plates pulled up in front of the hotel and parked about 20 feet from me. A 6'2", broad-shouldered Native American man with hair in a long black braid, dressed in jeans, a pale blue Western shirt with pearl buttons and bolo tie, a gray tweed jacket and black leather cowboy boots, got out of the car looking very serious. He walked right up to me, showed me his badge, and identified himself as an agent from the Bureau of Indian Affairs. He said, "Are you Paul Halperin, the one they call Texas Red?" I replied in the affirmative, and he told me to get in the car. We were going for a drive. I got in the passenger seat. I was nervous. No, I was scared. I was sober. There was no small talk. There was a chilling silence. We drove down to the hotel's horse stables about 5 minutes from the lodge. It was a place where I saddled horses and took them to the hotel for tourists to go on trail rides with me. At the stables, the agent turned off the engine and delivered a menacing ultimatum regarding the content of my daily 5 to 9 p.m. happy hour show in the hotel bar. Sunrise is located in a remote location in the mountains, and the nearest bar is 30 miles away at Molly Butler's Lodge in Greer. In the winter, when everything's covered with snow, Sunrise had a captive audience. When the ski area closed at 5 p.m., the wild and mostly college-age crowd of skiers would pile into the bar. There were trays and trays of tequila sunrises. I played solo at happy hour from 5 to 9 p.m., and I drank anything anyone put in front of me, from draft beer to flaming green lizards, which is green chartreuse on fire. My insane drinking was a feature of the show. By the end of the night, there was a collection of every type of empty bar glass on my amplifier. I played blues and folk songs and kept a monologue going along with outrageous and suggestive comments about women, sex, drugs, and alcohol. Weeks before my meeting with the BIA agent and before the end of the ski season, the BIA and tribal management had a major conference at the hotel. After the meeting, the attendees gathered for dinner in the dining room adjacent to the bar where I was playing happy hour. They observed my act and were outraged by my drinking and references to women and drugs. And that's why I found myself in a car way up in the mountains with a United States government agent. After a long moment of silence, the agent made it clear that I had to clean up my act immediately. The BIA specifically forbade me from singing the Dave Van Runk version of Cocaine Blues, one of the most popular songs in my set list. I simply replied, "Yes, sir, I understand." The meeting ended, and the agent drove me back to the hotel. Not another word was spoken. It was chilling. I got out of the gray government Crown Vic and stood speechless among the aspens. The writing was on the wall. Cleaning up my act meant there would be no act. It was time to go. 2 weeks later, I packed my things along with a stack of undeposited payroll checks totaling $1,200. I had no way to spend my salary at Sunrise. I lived in the hotel and everything was comped. I loaded my 1965 Ford Thunderbird and headed down the mountain to reunite with my girlfriend in Chandler, just outside of Phoenix.